So throughout this process, working with Diane, it really provided the teachers and myself with some insight into what happens with research and where do you go with that once it's done, and to make it accessible and practical for teachers. You know, even back in August when we met Diane for the first time, she was very enthusiastic about working with us. She loved being with the teachers and being in schools. You could tell that she thrives in working with other people. And so it was a real collaboration for us to work with someone that didn't seem very top-down directive type person. She's an assertive person, she knows what she's doing, but she was very much a listener in a lot of the group discussions that we had. She came back for round one to see what the teachers had been doing at that point and to provide individual feedback. And we also ended up having time that we set aside for the teachers to meet with her after that individual feedback time. And in doing so, we all sat together with the template and her work, and we tried to look at her work on a larger scale. So we didn't actually sit down, the teachers and myself, and look and hash out every single person's lesson plan at that moment. What we did was we looked at how her work was embedded in each teacher's, in each individual teacher's lesson, and what were some of the complications with that? What were some of the questions that the teachers had? How was it going to work in this particular setting? Or how is it going to work with these types of students? Because not every teacher was teaching the same proficiency level of students, nor did they have the same makeup in their class. So some students, we have a large long-term population, but we also have some students that are SIFE, students with interrupted formal education. And so you had to take into consideration each of the individual teachers' classes. And Diane was really good at thinking about that and thinking that through. But I think she valued the teachers' input more on that aspect because it made her work come alive for her. And I think that it made her realize that, okay, this can work. The scaffolds that I put in place might work better for this proficiency level. And I think it was a reflective process on both sides. And I really believe that that enriched our work together and the development of each individual teacher's lesson.